Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome to another video. I know you guys are doing I'm doing alright, so that's why I'm not even gonna be bother asking if you're doing alright. I know that this is a late video because the game was yesterday, but I just had to calm myself down a bit because I was absolutely angry. Like you may not believe me, but I was so angry. My head was hot. I had a bit of an headache. I just had to drink water. I just had to sleep because I was so embarrassed by that performance and that result. And as you can see on the screen, the Champions League is over. It is done because yesterday and last weekend we should be getting 3 points. We should. The games that I've been saying: Spurs, Brentford, Fulham. Sorry, Spurs, Brentford, Ipswich Town, Fulham, Everton. We should be getting 3 points because after that we got some really tough games. We are home against Liverpool, which could potentially be given the card of honor. Then we got Newcastle, by the way, who destroyed my United 4-1 yesterday. So we got to go to St. James Park. Then we've got Man United. That game could potentially be a draw because both teams are just dead. Both. I know that we are fighting for the Champions League, but we are dead as well, just like United. Then we got to go away to Nottingham Forest. Tough game. I'm hoping that we can win, but the City Ground is still a tough place to go to. So that's why the Spurs, Brentford, Ipswich, Fulham, and Everton, we should win those games. Because if we had, then the tough games, I'll be like, I just hope we could get at least a point or try and win that game or something like that. But guess what? We beat Spurs, fair enough. We didn't beat Brentford last weekend, and we didn't beat Ipswich Town. That result was unforgivable, unacceptable, and I've had enough. Ipswich Town, how criminal that we are the only Premier League team this season to not beat Ipswich. How, like, it is so embarrassing. It is so embarrassing. I listen. I think that Southampton have beaten Ipswich Town this season. Let me just have a quick look. Let me have a look. Because if they did, then this just shows you why we're terrible. Um, Let me see. Yeah, even Southampton, a team that is relegated, a team that is down the bottom, have beaten Ipswich Town this season. It's a joke. Wolves did the same. I'm not sure if Leicester City did, but let me have a look. No, they didn't. But they're home against Ipswich Town. So if Leicester beat them, I would not be surprised. I would not be, because they're supposed to be doing that. It is utterly a joke. 1 point, 1 point out of six against Ipswich Town is a fucking disgrace. They've taken 4 points from us this season. Only Chelsea, cannot beat Ipswich Town this season. It is an absolute disgrace. And do you know what pissed me off? Liam Delap, who we're trying to sign, wasn't starting on the bench. Omori Hutchinson, the former Chelsea player, wasn't in the squad. And remember, Liam Delap and Omori Hutchinson scored those 2 goals. We lost 2-0. But then one of them wasn't starting, and one of them wasn't in the squad. And we have yet conceded 2 fucking goals against Ipswich Town at home, not away, at home. It was an absolute disgrace. And Ipswich, fair play to them, fair play, because they had a game plan. They just know that we're clinical in front of goal, so we're going to show you how you score goals. And they actually did it in the first half, 2-0 to them. They had 5 attempts, Ipswich, 5 attempts, and it was 2 shots on target, and he scored 2 of them. Whereas for us, I believe we had like 12 shots in the first half, 2 on target, but we haven't scored any goal. Ipswich, yesterday were more clinical than us. And we're lucky that is a point. Because Ipswich in the second half could have because Ipswich could have scored more goals. And what really got me angry yesterday, and I just couldn't believe it. Every time Ipswich Town was in our penalty box, we just gave them space after space after space. Every single time they were inside the penalty box. Like all of our backline yesterday, including Robert Sanchez, should be hanging their head in shame. All of them. Because what was that defending yesterday? Look at the first goal. Essential, not and Cecil had the time, all the space in the world to score that goal. Where was Tosin and Colwell? Nowhere to be seen. Because none of them closed them down. Mark Kukuea should have, and for me, Mark Kukuea should have at least cleared it out for a corner, but he said he didn't. But Tosin and Colwell was an absolute disgrace. All of them. And I'll get to Enzo and Westwood in just a minute. But the first goal, shocking, absolutely shocking. Sanchez has no chance of saving that. But Colwell and Tosin just standing there, not closing down a Cecil. And by the way, he has scored another goal at Stamford Bridge. If we remember 2 years ago when we faced Brighton, I believe it was 2-1 Brighton, he scored a wicked goal under Graham Potter. Now he done it yesterday, for Ipswich Town. Absolute joke. Absolute joke. Then the second goal, once again, Ben Johnson had all the space in the world to score that goal. Of course, the system waved it offside. But look at it from the replay. Tosin kept a Cinso offside. By the way, both Ben Johnson and Cecil got 1 goal, 1 assist. 1 goal, 1 assist. It's an absolute joke. And the difference between them and us is that Ipswich Town, yes, they nearly bottled it, but at least they were trying to hold for a draw. Defensively, they were better than us because every time we're inside their penalty box, what happens? They just make a block. They kept it out of play for a corner, and even their goalkeeper Palmer makes some big saves. Even though he conceded 2 goals, for me, he's the man of the match. Because if it was for Palmer, we could have won this game. So that's why I'm giving praise to Ipswich Town. Because defensively they were good. The goalkeeper was really good, and they were clinical. They were. Whereas for us, we every time we have chances, it's always straight at the goalkeeper, hitting the post, sky that high. And you know what, yeah? And you know what I really hate? Every time we had 55 crosses, I believe, yesterday. 55. But guess what happened? No player was there. This, like, it's just unacceptable. That first half for me was an utter disgrace. Utter disgrace. We had chance after chance after chance. Enzo skied it high. Jackson hit the post. Madueke should have scored. Nesha should have scored. We had so many chances, but we are clinical. And this is why I've been saying why the owners need to fucking leave. The sporting directors, Todd Bowley, Egbali, Clearlake, all of them need to leave. Because they have wasted money, yeah, of not signing a striker that can be in the penalty box on time. Because look at Kukue's goal. He was in the box right on time when he scored that goal. Every time when Madueke, passes it low, and guess who's there? Kukuea. And Jackson is getting away with this because he should be the one that's doing that. Him. But when I've been telling you guys that Jackson is more of a left winger than a striker, people didn't believe me. Now I'm hearing a few content creators say, put Jackson left wing because he cannot do it top. This is what I've been telling you guys. We have signed Jackson, yeah, as a left, from Villarreal. He was a left winger. That's how he able to score goals because he's a left winger. I've been telling people this, but people thought I was being too negative. Or Jackson is still good enough. People are starting to admit that he's not good enough to lead the line. Honestly, that is another money wasted. Levi Cole is not a good defender. He's not. He is not. Tossing, average. Badishil, shocking. Gusto this season have been terrible. Absolutely terrible. But yeah, the second half, Cucurella scored, and then Jadon Sancho has finally admitted to score a goal after it took a long time. It was a winning shot, by the way, so fair play to Sancho. But don't let this result and this comeback fool you, because the goals that we conceded were shocking and we should be doing better. Like, it is just a joke, man. So to me, Champions League dream is over. Because with 5 games to go, guess who we're facing? Sorry, is it 5 or 6? I believe it's 6 games. Let me just have a look. But yeah, we got Fulham next. There we go. Yeah, we got Fulham away. We've got Everton at home. We got Liverpool at home. We got Newcastle away. We got Man United at home, and then we got Forest away. If you guys still believe that we're going to finish in the top 4, tell me when is our win gonna be? When is our next win coming from? Because I don't see it. I don't. Even though we should be beating Fulham and Everton, I'm not confident. Because Fulham, by the way, beat Liverpool last weekend. They did 3-2. I was shocked by that. But fair play to Fulham. If we play like that, we're gonna get battered. And I don't see us making that comeback at all. And by the way, Fulham play Bournemouth this today. Fulham, as I'm recording this right now, on 48 points, 154. If they beat Bournemouth, they'll be 3 points behind us. And if they beat us on Easter Sunday, they'll be leveled on points. And look at Brighton. They may drop points against Leicester, but they can still be above us. Because if they win next weekend, they'll be 3 points behind us. Since they're on 48 points and we're on 54. So Chelsea fans, yeah, wake up and smell the fucking coffee. Stop being deluded. Open your fucking eyes and your fucking ears and realize that the Champions League is over. It's done. It's finished. We are not making top 5 anymore. It is done. And don't get me wrong, I'm not accepting this year, but I've just got to admit, it's done. Man City, Newcastle, and I'm not sure else is going to be above. Yeah, Man City, Newcastle, for me, they're getting top 5. They are. They are. It's over. The fact that we cannot capitalize on teams all around us, either winning or losing, just shows you how embarrassing we are. And let me tell you something, yeah? If we don't make Champions League next season, we are in trouble. Physically, financially, mentally, we're in trouble. Because next season, we're not going to get a shirt sponsor. And even though we do get Champions League, there are 2 things that would not make us to the Champions League. UEFA are going to ban us because they're not accepting that we have sold 200 million pounds to the women's team. They're not accepting that. So they will still ban us for it because of FFP. And number 2, let me just have a look where Strasbourg are in the league. Let me just have a look. Let me have a look. Because there's another reason why we're not going to make Champions League. So listen, Strasbourg right now are in 6th. They are in 6th. So, but they can still make Champions League because they're 3 points. Strasbourg are 3 fucking points behind Monaco. They're 3 points behind. So let's say that I'm not saying that will happen, but let's say Chelsea finish 4th and then Strasbourg finish 2nd or 3rd. That means we won't make it then. Because since we part of Strasbourg, that means they will make it to the Champions League and we don't. So those are 2 things why we're not make Champions League, even though we finish in the top 5, which for me it's not going to happen. You think the performance like that yesterday? Do you honestly feel confident and feel like we're going to finish in the top 4? If you are, then it's your opinion. I'm not going to say anything. But for me, as a realistic fan, as I've been watching Chelsea week in and week out, for me it's done. That's why I want this Premier League season to be over. done, finished, because it's over. Champions League is over. It's done. People got to admit that. Yeah, people got to use their fucking brain and realize it's done. Get it into your thick skull and stop being deluded. I don't want to hear fans telling me, "Oh, you're still being negative. Oh, the season not over." I do get that. The season's not over. We can still have a chance to make it to the UCL. But like I said, Fulham, Everton, Man United, Newcastle, Liverpool, Forest. Are you confident in those games? And tell me, when is our next win coming from? Because I don't see that. I don't see that. Last weekend and today was the opportunity, yeah, was an opportunity for Chelsea to prove me wrong. Because during the international break, I said to Lewis that I still don't feel we're going to make Champions League. But he said to me that I do hear it, but our players are back. So what's the excuse going to be? Our players are back. The only players that are injured is Lavia and Ray Sofana. Reece James is back. Palmer is back. Nicholas Jackson is back. Badishu is back. We got our players back. So what's the excuse going to be? There's no excuses. With or without the injuries, we're still not making it to the Champions League next season. It's over. It's done. Honestly, just end the fucking season. I want this season to be over. Just end it right now. There is no mentality in this club. There is no heart, no desire, no passion, lacking of awareness. There is nothing in this club. Absolutely nothing. And nothing will change here until these owners leave the club immediately. Because they are in a real mess. They are the ones that have caused this mess. Not the players, not the manager, them. Financially, we're in debt and could be in so much trouble. Because if we're not careful, FFP could happen to us. Just like it happened to City, it could be the same thing to us. We're either going to deduct points or be relegated. So that's why these owners, yeah, need to leave. Because if they stay, yeah, we're going to be in so much trouble. So much trouble. And then what people tell me is that, oh, I still don't feel we have the worst owners because look at Tottenham, look at Man United. Do you ever see Man United owners and Tottenham owners spend money like that? No. And Tottenham and Man United are in trouble, by the way. We are. So that's the difference. That is the huge difference. So yeah, when we scored those goals yesterday, I didn't celebrate. The Kukurea one, I just kept quiet. The Sancho one, I was clapping. Because I was still angry at that first half. It was an utter disgrace. 1 point out of 6 against Ipswich Town is a joke. A team who are, for me, who are relegated. Not mathematically, but for me, they're relegated. 18th in the league. 4 points they've taken off of Chelsea. Absolute joke. Absolute joke. And then to Wesker, like I said yesterday, I'm starting to lose faith. Because why was Reece James on the bench throughout the whole game? Why? Like, why did he? Why? Listen, I understand. Like, taking off Tosin was good, but then what did he do? He brings on Gusto, which for me this season has been absolutely terrible. So you wasted Reece. So you decide to take off Reece James in the Lega Warsaw game, but then you don't want him to start yesterday's game. Utter joke. And then the substitution, like Jadon Sancho came on and scored, fair enough. But guess what he did? He took off Madueke, a player that at least tried and got the assist for Kukure's goal. At least he was looking forward. Yes, he could have scored goals, but he was our best attacker in this game. He takes him off. Neto, for me, was bad. He had two great crosses, but other than that, he was terrible. He was absolutely terrible. I would have taken him Neto off than Madueke. But this just shows you how Enzo Maresca was an absolute disgrace and a clown. And he's out of his depth. So that's why if there's Chelsea fans that are pretending that says in the comments that they're on Maresca out, then I don't blame them. I'm not. For me, I'm not there yet. But if we don't But if we don't win the Conference League and we don't finish in the top five, then for me, he's got to go. But like I said, the owners need to go first because they are the real mess. They've caused this. They are the ones. So that's why they need to leave. And if the new owners want to sack Enzo Maresca straight away, then so be it. I'm not going to complain. But it's just this club is an absolute joke. And let me tell you something, yeah. If they continue to stay at this club, you guys may not like this, but we'll be the new Tottenham. We'll be the blue Tottenham. Because in the last 60 years, there are 24 managers since they won the last major trophy. Yeah, Chelsea had 6 managers in 3 years. Thomas Tuchel, Graham Potter, Bruno Saltor, Frank Lampard, Pochettino, and Enzo Maresca. 6 managers in 3 years. The more this continues, the more we'll be like Tottenham. We'll start to become like Tottenham, but if this continues, we'll be like Tottenham. So that's why these owners need to all leave this instant and bring in a better sports director that knows how to run this club properly. Because none of these people upstairs don't fucking care. When I was on the football terrace, people said to me, "Oh, these owners do care, but they're not showing it." So show me the evidence. Because if they do care, we will not be in this mess in the fucking first place. We will not. Like, I just can't take this anymore. I just had enough. Unacceptable, unforgivable, and I just had enough. And just before I leave, and just before I end the stream, are we, are we guys here to look at this? If I still got it, I want you to take a look at this because as soon as I saw this here, this proves here why I have no confidence, why I have no faith in this manager. I want you to take a look at this because when I saw this here, I just yeah. Let me just do this before I end the stream. Look at this, guys. On BBC Sport, this is what Enzo Maresca was saying. And this is what they're saying. Enzo Maresca blames Chelsea fans for conceding and losing confidence. Look what he said. I think we lost confidence because we conceded because of the environment. Our goalkeeper plays short and then he goes long because of the environment, the fans. What does Chelsea fans have to do with this? It was your tactics, it was your lineup that caused us this. And yes, Chelsea fans, the environment can be a bit better. But the reason why the confidence and we booing is because Sanchez is in goal. We do not trust him. We don't. And look at the second goal. Long range pass straight to the opposition. He does this every single time. Why can't he not take him? Why can't he not take the blame for himself? Why they the blame from the Chelsea fans? Honestly, as soon as I saw this, I just couldn't believe it. And I was like, yeah, you see, that's why I've said yesterday I'm starting to lose confidence. It's an utter disgrace, man. Utter joke. Like, this club is going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. That's why we need to whip it up and start again. Because this cannot continue anymore. I would not accept this whatsoever. It's done. The season's done. Just fucking end it straight away. Because I've had enough. Unacceptable, unforgivable, and a sackable offense, in my opinion. I'm done, man. I'm done. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that shit. Yeah, man. I'm done. It's over. Champions League dream is over for me. It's done. Yeah, man. Take care, guys, and peace. I'm out of here.